As promised, today we'll be going over part 2 of the postural series. Today's focus will be on the lumbar spine, vertebrae L1 through L5. Some anatomy for the lumbar spine is that these facet joints right here are more in the sagittal plane. So the lumbar spine will move kind of forward and back. That's like its main motion that it'll do. As it moves up to the thoracic spine, it changes its angle of that joint here, the facet joint, from being more in the sagittal plane to being more in a frontal plane. So this is going to be good for side bending left and right. And as you move up to the neck, it's more in a horizontal or transverse plane. So that way we can kind of rotate our head and side bend. On our last postural series, we had our skeletal model seated in a rounded, slumped position, which is putting uneven stress on the sacrum, lumbar, thoracic, and cervical spine. Today we'll be going over some strategies and exercises that'll help with that curvature to make it more concaved versus convex, and then also help strengthen the muscles that surround the spine to keep it in that position for a longer duration of time to build the endurance. And for this exercise, today we're going to be doing prone on elbows. So this is going to help with the extension of the lumbar spine and help build that concave curvature. And what you do is hold it for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to come down into a neutral position and rest for another 30 seconds. To progress this, you're going to go from prone on elbows into prone on hands, or some people will call it a cobra position. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds to a minute as well. And then coming back down to elbows, walk it down slowly, and then down to neutral and rest. This next exercise is called the bird dog. And this is one of my most favorite exercises in the whole wide world for low back, mid back, and also upper back and neck stability and strength. So what you're going to do is you're going to alternate hand and leg. So place the right arm up forward, point with your left leg out straight, keeping your core snug, and then bring your legs down and hand down. And what you're going to do next is the opposite side. So left with the right leg, and hold it for 3 to 5 seconds and repeat. This next exercise is called Superman. So almost like the bird dog, you're going to be raising your right arm and left leg, and then on the other side, left arm, right leg. And you want to hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Repeat 10 repetitions each way to tolerance if your low back can handle that. This does put some extra stress on your low back, so be careful and take it easy at first. Maybe just a 3-second hold, 10 reps, and see how your back tolerates it. And on the next session, you can increase the weight in that, but just pay attention to your low back symptoms if you actually have any low back symptoms. But if your back is healthy but just needs some strengthening, it should be safe for your spine. Okay, on this next exercise, we're going to be going over the transverse abdominis. That muscle is nature's back brace. It goes more horizontal versus your rectus abdominis is like your six-pack muscles that go vertical. So the transverse abdominis, like I said, is nature's back brace. It wraps around. And the way we're going to help contract that muscle is, what you want to do is put your legs down straight initially. Feel for your pelvis bones right here in the front. You'll feel kind of hard surface. And you want to go just on the inside of that pelvis where the soft spot is. And what you're going to do is pretend like you do like a fake cough. and you're gonna feel that muscle kind of push up at you. The best way to contract that muscle is that I've found is that you're gonna pretend as if you're going to zip up a pair of jeans that you haven't fit in a long time that are too tight, and you just kind of want to like draw in your stomach and that inner core to be able to fit inside those jeans. So that's always a good visual for me. Another way that people mention how to do it is like if you're about to take a picture and you're just gonna kind of suck your gut in. But I like the zipping up of the pants better, the jeans. So what you want to do is just draw it in, and you're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. Initially, you might want to try 3 seconds just to find it, and then relax. Draw in, and then relax. And this one you want to do 10 to 15 reps and want to get up to about 5 seconds for the hold. And this muscle right here is very important in stability. If you were to go and bend forward and even just to wash your hands or bend down to pick something up, you want to learn how to contract this muscle so that way it'll help stabilize your spine. We'll definitely be going over this one again when we talk about low back pain, and we'll be definitely training that as well on that video. But for posture's sake, we want to just build that nice core so that way we can be upright in the chair and not so slumped over. So now that we've worked the transverse abdominis, let's work on the rectus abdominis that goes up vertical, the six-pack muscles. Yes, it is a flexion-based muscle. However, to have a nice strong core all the way around from the low back all the way around towards the stomach is very important as far as keeping the stability while you're seated. And if this gets too tight, obviously we have the prone on elbows and prone on hands that will actually stretch those muscles so that we're not so contracted forward. But we do want to strengthen it. So what we want to do is have your knees bent, hands behind the head, and we're going to perform just some basic crunches. And what I want you to do is you're going to hold it for 2 seconds at the top, and you want to support your head and neck when you do this. And it's just a short motion. We don't want to do like a full sit-up or anything like that. That's going to put like extra strain on your low back. So just a simple crunch, 2 second hold. We'll start off with 10 reps. We'll progress to at least 15, 20 reps. But at the top, you're gonna hold it for 2 seconds. Just like that. And then after you do crunches, what you're gonna do is you do an alternating crunch. So it's gonna work some of the oblique muscles. In this one, you don't necessarily have to have a hold, but you do wanna have the rotation. That's important to address the oblique muscles. Okay, for this next exercise, we're gonna be doing back extensions on the physio ball. So what you wanna do is you're gonna put your hands behind the head, come down, and then you're gonna extend all the way up, holding it for 2 seconds, and then coming back down. You'll do that for 10 to 15 reps. And next we're gonna do alternating. So just like we did the obliques when we were on our back, now we're gonna be working some rotator muscles in the low back. So here, same position, come up, alternate, left, and then right. And with alternating, you don't necessarily have to hold, but just get a nice good contraction. Maybe hold it for a second just to kind of show your spine that you've gone through the full range of motion and you've contracted your muscles correctly. And we're gonna be going over next the seated posture portion, and then we're all done for today. All right, now that we've learned exercises for the neck, mid back, and low back, let's put it all together and see how it looks, our new posture. So what you want to do is support yourself on the chair, slide your bottom back, chest up, shoulders in neutral, head in neutral as well. Instead of this forward posture, we want to do that chin tuck like we worked on earlier, and those scapular retractions to bring our shoulders back. We're going to have them in neutral, feet flat on the ground, and we're ready to go. This concludes our postural series for the day. Thank you so much from the Mechanic Shop. We really appreciate your support. Please comment, subscribe, and like down below. That really helps the algorithm. And let's come up with a new name, or let's come up with a name for our skeletal model. He's lonely, he needs an identity, so let me know down in the comment section below what we can name him. So stay tuned and get strong with the Mechanic Shop.